A massive mural, dedicated to IShowSpeed, appeared in the Dominican Republic. Bright colors. Viral energy. Cameras everywhere. Fans gathered to take pictures in front of it. For many, it symbolized the connection between Dominican culture and global streaming culture. A tribute to one of the internet's biggest personalities.
Bro! Who drew it? I did it, bro. You drew that? I did it. Yeah, of course. You drew this? Yeah, hey, that's hard, bro. I'll break that shit, my nigga, for you. Hey, that's hard, yeah, bro. You love it? That's hard. Nice to meet you, bro. That's hard. Hey, love. Yeah, I did it. This is the whole leader of the community. We have to take a photo with. Shaka. But you need one thing, all the pain, bro. Hey, Fred.
Oye, siento que tú me dices algo, pero tu marido te está mirando, tú lo estabas disimulando, como wow. Oye, yo siento que tú me dices algo, pero tu marido te está mirando, tú lo estabas disimulando, como wow. Tú te paras nada rápido, parado en la esquina, cuando me peluche, nuevecitos de vitrina, no abuso del hotel, siempre la tengo encima, y tú me das pila con tu cara de agresiva. Y yo vi que te la sentiste, me tiraste, recorriste con los ojos, mami, ya lo que quedaste, tu oficina va a durarte, maquinando, pa' fregarte la pila, con el peine lleno de la negra pa' soltarte. Oye, porque tú me dices algo, pero tu marido te está mirando, te está disimulando, oh, wow. Oye, yo sé que tú me dices algo, tu marido te está mirando, te está disimulando, oh, wow.
About to hit 1 million.
You over there?
Oh my gosh, go. Chat. You about to hit 1 million.
Standing there.
1 million! 1 million! 1 million in the chat!
Let's go!
1 million viewers in the chat! What L? Oh my God! Oh my God, chat! 1 L in the chat! Shout out to Dominican Republic! Oh my God! Oh my God! What the fuck, bro? What the fuck, bro?
Hold on.
What the hell, bro?
Well done. It's okay.
Big 1 minute chat!
It's okay.
Santiago Matias, better known as Alofoke, had publicly supported Speed during his rise in the Dominican Republic. Many fans believed a larger collaboration between the two worlds was possible. American streaming culture meeting Dominican entertainment. The energy seemed positive, until one live stream changed everything, and interpretations began spreading online. But nobody imagined what would happen next. That mural would soon become the center of a national controversy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, chap. Dior. Chat, about that string, we never broke our record. It was a great string, but we only peaked at around like 300K. I talked to the YouTube reps. Somebody bought that string. So Indonesia still holds the record. Indonesia is still the savior of that record, chap. And tomorrow, we have what happened?
1.6! 1.6! 1.6! 1.6! 1.6! Are you serious right now? 1.6! Are you serious right now? 1.6! Se quedó en arreglar el récord. We have the record. What? Suscríbete. What? Se quedó en arreglar el récord.
During one of his streams, Speed talked about inflated numbers and bots in live streams. He never directly mentioned any names. But on social media, speculation exploded instantly. Some viewers connected the comments to Alofoke. Edited clips spread rapidly across TikTok and Twitter. And the internet did what it always does: turn uncertainty into conflict. According to people close to Alofoke's circle, he felt personally hurt by the online interpretation. He believed the comments were aimed at his platform, at his numbers, at the empire he built over years of work. And that made the situation emotional, not just public. For Alofoke, his streams represent years of sacrifice. He built one of the Dominican Republic's biggest digital platforms from the ground up, from small interviews to dominating national trends. So when people started talking about fake numbers, it felt bigger than criticism. It felt like an attack on his entire legacy. Days later, shocking images began circulating online. The Speed mural had been vandalized, paint thrown over it, visible damage everywhere. Social media exploded immediately, and everyone began looking for someone to blame. Many users immediately pointed fingers at Alofoke, even though no clear evidence existed at first. But the internet had already created its narrative. He felt betrayed and hurt. He thought Speed disrespected him. The theories multiplied every minute. And once social media chooses a storyline, it spreads fast.
Pero se va, mira, eso, porque eso no es genuino. Aquí Cristo Rey no lo conocían. Me conocían a mí y a David Ortiz. A mí no me dio la envidia, ¿no? A él le dio en el ego de que vio que tenía un tipo demasiado cabra al lado de él. Y dijo, mierda, este tipo es muy cabra. No puedo compartir un logro tan grande con un tipo al lado. Qué cabra. Porque era a mí que me conocían ayer. Yo soy la cabra de este país. No sé en otro. Yo no he ido a Dubái todavía. Ni a Egipto todavía. ni a China, pero en RD sí. Yo soy el control. Pero se va, mira, eso, porque eso no es genuino. Aquí Cristo Rey no lo conocían. Me
This
conocían a
became
mí y a
the
David
most
Ortiz.
debated point in the controversy. Speed never officially mentioned Alofoke. He never said Dominican Republic. He never directly referenced any specific creator. Everything came from interpretation. But by then, emotions had already taken control. In the digital era, a 10-second clip can destroy relationships. Social media doesn't wait for context. It doesn't wait for explanations. It reacts instantly. And often, it reacts emotionally. That seems to be exactly what happened here. Speed's supporters defended him fiercely. They argued he would never intentionally disrespect the Dominican Republic. Meanwhile, Alofoke's audience defended his pride and reputation. The debates became intense. Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, every platform exploded. The controversy quickly became a trending topic. Alofoke suddenly found himself under enormous public pressure. Some users attacked him directly. Others asked both sides to calm the situation down. But the silence started becoming louder than any statement. Everyone waited for a response. And every hour without clarification only increased the tension.
What juice do you like?
What?
What juice? How do you like it? You like citrus?
All right, watermelon.
Okay, de sandía, ¿tú tienes? De sandía.
Why watermelon? Why?
Why watermelon?
Yeah.
Because I'm black.
Ok, negro, y a los negros les gusta la sandía.
Tiene que tener una cosa más exótica aquí.
We have more exotic stuff here.
Like what?
Passion fruit.
For many Dominicans, this stopped being about two internet personalities. It became about national pride. Some believed the country itself had been disrespected. Others argued the internet completely misunderstood the situation. Emotions intensified rapidly. And neither side wanted to back down. The mural was no longer just street art. It became a symbol of digital culture colliding with local identity. A bridge between Dominican fans and a global streaming icon. And when it was destroyed, many saw it as breaking that bridge apart. An emotional act, possibly driven more by hurt than logic. Behind the internet persona of Alofoke is still a human being. A person who believed his work was being questioned publicly. Someone who may have interpreted certain words as betrayal and reacted emotionally. The internet often forgets creators have emotions too, especially when millions are watching. Then came the question that changed everything. What if Speed never meant Alofoke at all? That possibility slowly began reshaping public opinion. More people started reconsidering the conflict. Maybe this entire controversy was born from misunderstanding and emotions amplified by algorithms. What started in the Dominican Republic was no longer local. International pages began reposting the story. Fans of Speed across the United States and Europe reacted with confusion. Many couldn't understand how one vague comment had escalated into such a massive controversy. The algorithm had turned a spark into wildfire. While the internet exploded, Speed remained mostly silent. He didn't directly attack Alofoke. He didn't post insults. He didn't confirm any accusations. That silence made many people rethink the situation. Maybe he never intended to create conflict in the first place. As users began reviewing the full live streams, something became obvious. Many viral clips had been heavily edited. Phrases were cut apart. Moments removed from context. The internet's favorite fuel is outrage. And outrage spreads fastest when context disappears. When someone feels attacked, sometimes they hear their name even when it was never spoken. That happens in real life. And online, it becomes even more dangerous. Public pressure distorts emotions, especially for creators living under constant attention. Alofoke isn't just another creator. He built one of the Dominican Republic's largest digital platforms. Years of interviews, millions of viewers, an empire created through consistency and ambition. That's why accusations about fake numbers hit so deeply. To him, it wasn't criticism. It was questioning everything he built.
Yo, that back chicken.
It's made by Chinese people.
Yo, is this the best chicken in Dominican Republic? El mejor. Mira, el mejor.
And
the
what?
Best, the best.
The best in the world?
One of the best of KFC, best of Popeyes. The best. El final.
One is Korean.
Chat, is this the
It's Korean.
Chinese best.
The best is
Los
Korean.
chinos lo mejor. Estás loco.
Tú estás loco.
Los chinos lo mejor.
Los coreanos son los más bacanos.
Pica pollo chino.
Try it, try it.
What?
Try it.
Chat, this is the best in the world. Best in
Number one. China number one.
China?
Number one.
Korean number one.
Mire, coño, tú estás
No,
loco.
Corea es mejor.
Coñazo, ¿cuál es mejor?
Coreano.
Hey, long team.
Corea.
Oh, oye, long team.
Nanjing.
Dong.
Nanjing. Cálmate.
What do you eat, sir? Chongpo Tiro.
Que te calme, que lo ha probado ahora, ve que lo que.
Sure.
Yo hablo chino, yo soy chino.
Oye,
People
Dong,
close to the
long team.
situation described the reaction as emotional rather than strategic. A wounded pride. A feeling of betrayal. Because despite everything, Alofoke respected Speed's influence, and maybe expected that respect in return. That's what made the pain feel personal. Some interpreted the destruction of the mural as symbolic frustration, not necessarily against Speed himself, but against what was believed to be disrespect, against the idea that years of work were being minimized. Emotions can destroy things faster than logic ever can. As days passed, more voices called for peace. This isn't worth a war. It was probably just a misunderstanding. The internet slowly began cooling down, and rational voices started cutting through the chaos. The controversy opened a larger discussion about internet culture itself. Views died, followers, rankings. For creators, numbers become identity. And questioning those numbers can feel deeply personal. That pressure sits behind almost every online conflict today. Some Dominicans fully supported Alofoke. Others defended Speed completely. And another group simply felt disappointed by the entire situation. Because something positive, a mural celebrating digital culture, had transformed into division. For millions of young fans, Speed represents raw spontaneity, energy, chaos, emotion, but sometimes immaturity too. Many believe he never fully understood the impact his words could create internationally. Global internet fame and local pride can become a dangerous combination. Eventually, fans began asking for something different. Not conflict, but conversation. Just talk directly, do a stream together. The idea of reconciliation slowly started growing. Because both men hold massive influence. In the end, many reached the same conclusion. The true enemy wasn't Speed. And maybe not even Alofoke. It was manipulation through clipped content, algorithms that reward outrage, and a digital culture addicted to conflict. The destroyed mural left behind an unexpected lesson. The internet can build icons overnight, but it can also destroy connections just as quickly. One misunderstood clip became a national controversy, and that reality says a lot about modern social media. Host: Alofoke felt hurt. Speed may have never intended any disrespect at all. The internet handled the rest, and a mural became a symbol of pride, misunderstanding, and digital emotion. Maybe one day, both sides will finally speak directly. But until then, this story leaves behind one powerful reminder. On the internet, not everything that sounds like an attack truly is.
Yo te estaba mirando, tú lo estabas disimulando, como wow. Yo siento que tú me dices algo, yo te estaba mirando, tú lo estabas disimulando, como wow. Tú te paras nada rápido para parado en la esquina cuando me peluche, nuevecitos de vitrina, no abuso del poder, siempre la tengo encima y tú me botas pila con tu cara de agresiva. Y yo dije que te la sentiste, me tiraste, recorriste con los ojos, mami, ya lo que quedaste, tu oficina maduraste, maquinando para fregarte la pila con el peine lleno de la negra pa' soltarte.